Hi friends, Tony here. Take two. Just had made a video that was 2/3 of the way through when an alert came up on my phone and it just shut off the video. So I'm starting over and we'll see which one I'll end up staying with. But I'm showing you not only a rainbow, you can see a double rainbow there, but there are some kangaroos. If you look right above this tractor tire, you'll see two of them, one directly above the tire on the right and one a little bit to the right of that. There's a third kangaroo that hopped away. It's probably up there somewhere. Anyway, I thought I'd just share with you while I was talking. One of the things that Brenda and I really appreciate about losing weight and our health is that we can travel. It was 35 hours to get to Australia, where we got to meet our newest grandbaby, number 4, Charlie. She's 1 month old. And she's beautiful, and it's just fun to think that she's going to grow up with an Australian accent. Oh, there goes one hopping. You can see that. So fun to see these guys. Last year when we were here, this field was just full of them. We came up at night and shined the high beams, and there was about 40 of them just went scampering all over the place. Anyway, just keep in mind on how much your health means to you, especially as you get older. And I know people that have given up travel because of their weight-related health issues. And granted, we're all going to die someday, but the quality of life between now and then is a lot in our control based on how well or not well we take care of ourselves. And so I know sometimes it just feels overwhelming, like are we ever going to get to our goals, things like that, but we have tools, and just keep remembering that this is a journey, and remind yourself how many years you've been in the current state that you're in, and how long you've lived there, and how it's not going to be an overnight fix. So sorry if I'm getting a little off track here, I wasn't looking. But anyway, just remembering to keep pursuing your health goals to the end, not to the point where you're beating yourself up or feeling like a failure, but to just keep pressing on and not giving up is so important. Some big tractor around here. Hope y'all can still hear me. I'm going to walk up further. Hopefully you can see the kangaroos right above that green bush in the middle there, just below that green bank up ahead. I'm going to walk until they scamper away. Anyway, so that's one thought, and again, that it's a journey, and part of the tools that we have to help us are Dr. Anderson's Habits of Health. And just remember that that is all about helping us change. There they go. Help us create new habits and make some long-term changes for the long haul. Can you see it scampering and jumping around up there? Anyway, and then the other part is maybe you only have 10 or 15 pounds to your goal, or maybe that's all you have that you want to get rid of. And if you're battling that, or maybe it's 30, 40 pounds, whatever it is, if it's important to you, keep pursuing it, and not to give up on your goals, especially because these goals are so related to our health. Inflammation wreaks havoc on our bodies, and it's worth pursuing, even if it's 3 steps forward and 2 steps back, and sometimes 3 steps forward and 5 steps back. Hope y'all can see me now, since the kangaroos seem to be hiding. But anyway, just understand that getting to where you want to be weight-wise is going to contribute so much to your long-term health, and I just want to encourage you to keep that as a high priority. And even if it's just 10 or 15 pounds left, or that's what your goal is, don't give up just because, oh, it's only 10 or 15 pounds. So many people will turn and go the other direction. So I encourage you to stay on track until you reach your goal, and then implement the habits of health that you're learning out of reading Dr. A's book. And just a reminder, that's all about long-term health and not just about quick fixes. In fact, in the book, he barely even talks about our program. He's more talking about the internal growth and change. And yes, things about food and nutrition that are helpful as well, but it's all about the internal growth and change. So just remember that, and please don't let that grow dust on your bedside table. Pick up the Habits of Health. Recently I had someone tell me they were on chapter 8 in the book, which was phenomenal, but hadn't done any lessons yet. And guys, they are hand in hand. At the beginning of each lesson in the book, Living a Longer, Healthier Life, the companion guide, it tells you what chapters in the Habits of Health that corresponds with. So remember to do those, pace yourself and do the lessons and the reading, the lessons and the reading, and work through that. And I know that you'll glean a lot of things to help you with the long term. And also remember, if you need to go back on program at some point after reaching your goal, or if you stop, it's never a bad thing. I love that we have this weapon. Brent and I think will always lean on program as needed. I guarantee you we're eating a lot different in Australia than we normally eat at home. And so I'll be revisiting. Did well before we left, and since being here, we've taken a lot of trips and a lot of eating out, eating on the road. And I'm just thankful that whatever have gained on this trip will not be a permanent part of me, because I know exactly what to do when I get home. And also the last week of our trip is going to be a lot less eating out, because we're going to be more stationary at my son's house, and makes it a lot simpler when you're not eating a lot on the road. So we've had a great time here, and I hope this all comes through loud and clear. I hope you got to see the kangaroos, and I hope that you'll pursue your health and make that one of your highest goals in life, because without your health, there's not a whole lot else. So anyway, God bless you all. Keep pressing on, and we'll talk to you soon. Good day, mate.